Hello, I'm Carter Vail, the host of Inside Just Print It. And on this edition, we will be talking about the Just Print It newspaper. So I'm here with the editor-in-chief, Kyiah Giannelli.
Hi, Carter.
Welcome, Kyiah.
Thank you.
So, what do you expect to see out of writers and editors this year?
I expect to see greater performance than last year because, as many of you may know or might not know, that we had to shut the paper down last year due to lack of involvement, and the performance was really low. It was towards the end of the year, and just a lot of people weren't writing. Nobody was caring about it anymore, so I really don't want to have to do that this year.
How did you feel that people were quitting on Just Print It?
I was sort of shocked when we had the assembly about it. But I really didn't want it to close because I was an editor last year, and it was fun doing, editing the stories.
So besides being editor-in-chief, you're also layout editor. How does it feel to actually be put in two positions?
Well, it feels it's a big honor. I didn't know that I would get to be layout editor. I just applied for editor-in-chief, and I'm really, it's just a great honor to have Mr. D pick me out of all the applications that might have been sent in.
So what is your real job as editor-in-chief?
Well, my job is to oversee all the editors and make sure they're doing their job of editing and not slacking, I guess. But it's also to just make sure the paper keeps going up and not going down.
So how do you plan to lay out the paper?
Well, I think on the front page, I'll have the big headline stories that, big with the big picture, if we have them, and then if we need to have it continue on to the next page or different pages. And then if there are any other stories that are all written by the same people, if, one person sends in 2 or 3 stories, then I want to group them all together. So, like one page is all of those stories. They're not mixed up on different pages.
Mm-hmm. And also, how many pages do you expect to see in the newspaper this year?
Well, the Mustang Bowl edition, which is the first one we're coming out with, which is coming out October 16th, the day of the Mustang Bowl. That one will be, I think, a 16-page issue. But the rest of them, I am hoping to achieve anywhere from 25 to 35 pages.
All right, that sounds good. But how do you expect all your editors to edit the paper and help?
I expect them to do it to the greatest of their ability so that they do their job. They don't, oh, well, I see that's misspelled, but I don't want to correct it because I don't feel like it. I want them to actually put thought into it and really work on it hard.
All right. Thank you, Kyiah.
Thank you, Carter.
And we'll be right back with one of our columnists, Ginger DeFino. Hello, I'm Carter Vail, and I'm back, and today I'm here with 2 columnists, Ginger DeFino and Caroline Johansson. So, Ginger, what is the name of your column?
My column is called Little Miss Fun, and it's all about fun things around the school, around Socrates, and festivals, all that stuff.
And Caroline, what is your column called?
My column is called Caroline's Cuisine, and I go to a local restaurant before each issue, and I try to get a recipe of their most popular dish.
So what do you plan to do in your first column?
Well, my first column is about the Mustang Bowl, since it's coming up soon, and it's a really amazing event, and everyone loves it.
I'm going to go to El Rancho right on Route 32 and try to get a popular recipe.
All right, so how do you guys really want to have your columns fit into the paper?
We're gonna try to do different things, but also similar things that people will be interested in.
Every issue I do at a different restaurant, but it will kind of be different themes, kind of. Like one will be Mexican, one will be Italian or something.
So, Caroline, what is the recipe you'd probably most want to get from El Rancho?
El Rancho, I know they're not going to give away their salsa, but maybe like they have other sauces, so maybe like tomatillo or something.
And Ginger, what do you think will be the most exciting thing in Mustang Bowl this year you're going to be able to write about?
I think the win, because both teams are gonna do very well. They have a lot of good players, so I'm thinking the win will be very interesting.
So, since you two are columnists, have you ever thought about working together on something almost? Like, she might write about, if there's like a fun restaurant you could go to, you might write about it and you could both go together?
No, we haven't thought about that, but that's a good idea. Maybe we could do that in the future.
Yeah. All right, thank you too, Ginger and Caroline. Hello, I'm Carter Vail, and I'm back with the two sports editors, Jaden Whitaker and Kyiah Giannelli. So, since you guys are the sports editors, what sports stories do you expect to be able to edit and see in the newspaper right away?
Well, I'm a veteran, so I did the entertainment last year, and it's new to me, the sports section, but I'm really looking for good, solid stories that will fit in my section, that will make my section look very nice. And I have two rookies with me, Clinton Sussman and Jaden Whitaker. Clinton wasn't able to be here, but I hope that they can learn in their experience and hopefully get the same job next year. But I'm looking for good stories, Jaden.
Well, I would like NFL stories and also Mustang Bowl stories. That the Mustang Bowl is coming up, I've been seeing a lot of Mustang Bowl stories. Then I'm a rookie and Ty's a veteran. I've been learning some stuff that Ty's been doing.
So Ty, you're actually on Just Printed Sports G2. So do you think some of your broadcasts might actually inspire people to write stories if they listen to them?
Well, my broadcast is about me and Alex getting out the news about sports to the Morris environment. But definitely, I think some of my segments may inspire some kids. I'm hoping that it will inspire some of the students here at Morris to write some more sports stories and get them into my section.
All right, so what do you guys really expect to see from writers this year?
Ooh, good question. I expect to see, like last year, what Kyiah said, it got shut down. I'm hoping that it can stay solid this year and that everyone can write a good story or two to make the paper a big success this year.
Well, same as Ty, but
So, since you guys are the editors, Ty, how are you going to help Jaden learn how to be a good editor?
I'm gonna help Jaden. I'm gonna give him quite a few stories for him to edit. But I'm also, if he has a question, I gotta answer it with my best answer, and hopefully Jaden will take in what I say and definitely make him a better editor.
So, do you think actually editing stories will be kind of easy, or do you think it will be more of a challenge?
I think it will be more of a challenge this year because I think we have a new group of fifth graders that are nice and fresh coming out of the system. So I hope that we can really get a lot of stories from the fifth graders, and I know that the sixth graders will give me some sports stories because we have a very good group.
well, same as Ty again. But this is what the next question.
All right. Well, thanks, guys, for giving us your input.
Thank you, Carter.
Bye.
Thank you, Carter.
Thanks, Carter.
And we'll be right back with Aiden Drofsick and Annika Fisher. And I'm back with the two news editors, Aiden Drofsick and Annika Fisher. So what do you guys expect to see in the news stories? Do you expect just local news or worldwide news?
Well, we expect the new gang of fifth graders to write stories about not only the school, but as always the community and Socrates around us, and of course Mustang Bowl.
Aiden?
Well, I feel that we need to have stories from like other nations and within ours, because a few days ago I think Obama shut down offices.
Government.
So, what do you guys really expect to see from your writers about the news?
I expect strong stories that can be really not only edited, but can be really put together, well put together, yeah.
Eden? She took it. So, as you guys are editing, how do you think you might even be able to put your little own touch in your editing?
Well, I would love to write stories of my own and have Aiden edit it, but editing others, I can put in questions that refer also not to only us, but to, like Aiden said, around the world.
Aiden?
Well, if they didn't put enough detail in the story, I would have to put down like a list to put more detail in about this paragraph or this section.
So, how do you guys feel about having other editors and actually, are either of you veteran editors?
I'm a veteran, and last year I did news with Michaela Williams, so.
Aiden?
No, I'm new.
Alright, so Aiden, how do you think being an editor is going to work out?
Well, I think it will work out fine as long as we don't have any stumblings with the paper.
So Annika, actually, how do you feel about being a veteran in the same category?
Well, I kind of signed up for this also for news because I just really liked doing it last year, and I thought I could do more this year, so it was fun.
What inspired you to be an editor, Aiden?
Well, I remember last year I wanted to be an editor, but I didn't really know about the papers. So when I heard that you couldn't hand in editor slips anymore, I was kind of upset.
Oh, so how do you guys feel about the editor-in-chief, Kyiah Giannelli?
Well, I'm very proud of Kyiah for actually getting it, and I'm happy that he tried.
Well, I think that it's good for him because there was probably a lot of people who tried to apply for editor-in-chief, and he was the only one who got it.
So how many pages do you guys expect to see in the paper?
Well, I expect a lot of news stories, of course, but not only news, but in other departments I want, but I would like, 30 pages.
I would want at least 10 more pages more than the average last year, because that was really poor, like 16, 17 pages each issue.
All right, thanks, guys.
Welcome.
And I'll be here next with Vaden Ferrero. Hello, and I'm back again with another columnist, Vaden Ferraro. Welcome, Vaden.
Hi, Carter.
So what is the name of your column?
I'm doing Athlete of the Month, and that's when I choose one athlete from the school to be in the paper.
So who do you think your first column is going to be about?
It's Dominic Gonzalez about football.
Do you know what position he plays in football?
Wide receiver and two back.
So what do you plan throughout the year to look for in Athletes of the Month?
I'm trying to look for athletes
that play different sports every month and see what they do.
Do you have any idea who your next athlete might be?
No, not yet.
All right. So, how do you expect your column to fit into the paper?
I mean, like, I want everybody to enjoy it and everybody to get to know other people by what sports they play.
And how do you feel, do you think people will feel honored to be in a column all about them and being the athlete of the month?
Yeah.
So, you have no other plans that you know of, you said? So, what do you plan to write about Dominic? Do you plan to just write about sports, or do you plan to write what he is outside of sports?
Just about sports.
All right. Thank you, Vaden.
Thank you.
This has been a JPI TV production of Just Print It, Inside Just Print It. Google us, watch us, like us, and share us. This is Carter Vail signing off.